Hello everyone, this is S to the Harashara and welcome to a commentary gameplay. Today you will see me playing a man-at-arms in duel mode. A quick note, I only feint against those who feint first. It's really cheap and dirty in duels. It's etiquette to not feint, especially in duels. I will mostly talk about the current patch and the upcoming expansion for Chivalry, and my thoughts on them. First off, I want to start by talking about the recent patch. Customization is all cool and stuff, but it got a bit out of control by allowing several different colors per team. Sometimes dark blue on vanguards looks like black, especially when low on health. The things I like about the customization are the new helmets for every 10 levels. Silver for level 30, black for level 40 and gold for level 50. I haven't seen a level 60 helmet yet. I also like the emblems. I actually submitted one for the contest and won a peasant head for mine. I made the MLMAA emblem. Man-at-Arms has been buffed indirectly by fixing the dodge during the flinch, so you can now finally dodge again after you were hit, instead of just being forced to parry, which I complained about in the last commentary video. And I still think feints need to be addressed. On top of that, panic parrying needs to be removed. Balancing wise, this patch was a step in the right direction, but it also brought back bugs that were fixed before. I still wonder how they managed to do that all the time. For example, the man-at-arms dodge during days is back. Ghost strikes, phantom strikes, etc. still hasn't been fixed yet. One thing I know that got fixed are the helmets. They work 100% of the time now. But a quick summary on the balancing. Projectiles have been slowed down a bit, Brandy stock got a slight nerf in speed, two-handed flinch has been reduced by 0.1 seconds, and the special daze by being kicked or parrying without stamina has been reduced by 0.2 seconds. So no more execute me! Well, at least not as much as it used to be. Other than that, most of the patch didn't change a lot. Could have been a lot more in my opinion, since they labeled it Content Update 2, while yet in beta it was labeled as Content Update 1 Patch 3. Anyway, as far as upcoming content goes, I can't say I'm excited about it. It's a mix of both, excitement and being annoyed. For those who haven't seen it, Torn Banners is working on an expansion for Chivalry called Chivalry Deadliest Warrior. The expansion seems to be completely off with the whole Agatha Mason thing we have going at the moment. So to me this looks like a mod, nothing more. They have a short trailer of alpha footage on their website and it looks way too colorful and unrealistic for me. To me it doesn't seem like a good idea to have Spartans fight samurais. I mean, leave that stuff to modders, and keep focusing on expanding the Agatha versus Mason conflict, and evolve the lore around it, and keep producing content for the original game. Another thing I fear with the upcoming expansion is that it's most likely going to force a split upon the community. I highly doubt you can play with a samurai on regular Chivalry servers, so they'll end up hosting a few Deadliest Warrior servers and some vanilla Chivalry servers. On top of that, the whole game seems like a big mess with the balancing, unless you have every warrior type, if you will, on each side, so you can fight Spartans as Spartans, or fight Spartans as a samurai. Well, I guess we need more information about that. If it is going to be faction versus faction, then I doubt you can use the same weapon for each side, like wielding a katana as a Spartan. This could result in major balancing issues. That's what I liked about Chivalry, you weren't restricted in your weapon choice, whether you play Agatha or Mason. Buying a DLC in games like Call of Duty for example, or other games, you'll always end up splitting the community and usually those with the DLC are slowly dying out, so that you have very few players to play with. Unless you can bring your samurai to Stoneshill where Agatha and Mason are fighting. That's what I think they actually should do with it, if they want to expand their game. Instead of ditching the old content, allow users to bring their new classes back to the old game, or else vanilla servers might get really empty for a while. Another thing that bugs me with this whole Deadliest Warrior stuff is that they have been secretly working on it for quite a while, as you might notice in the progress that was made with the alpha video. Which would explain why we had no new maps, weapons or proper bug fixes recently. All in all, I don't think the expansion has a lot of longevity, unless they allow us to use the new content on every server. Could be interesting to have Spartans and Samurais fighting with or against archers, man-at-arms, vanguards and knights. Well, we will see how Torn Banners will handle the situation with their upcoming expansion. I hope it won't split the community, and they will reconsider their idea of actually expanding their current universe, including using content on all servers instead of restricting it. That's all I have to say about the expansion for now. I've been to Gamescom in Cologne in Germany yesterday, like I do every year, but this year was horrible. If you want to hear the story, keep watching. Noxian came with me this year for the second time, and we were really excited about going there. But on our way there, it wasn't all that exciting. We were thinking of going by train or by car. Well, we chose the car, and ended up in a lot of traffic jams. So we arrived 3 hours late. GG. When we arrived in Cologne, we went to the convention center and got some cold energy drinks and water handed by the girls in front of the center. It was really hot, but they hand out free drinks every year. So, judging from my experience I had with the Gamescom, we haven't pre-ordered tickets, since it was never sold out. This year, we waited 2 hours in the sun to get our tickets, which we had to buy overpriced from some random guy to finally get in. Once we were in, we were really shocked how many people were there this year. You always felt someone's body on you. Pretty annoying. So once we got out of the big masses, we went into the convention halls, which were overloaded with people. And we've been looking around for the Intel ESL arena, as they were hosting public tournaments every year, which I always visited to win one of their newest CPU. I've won 2 so far, but this year Intel wasn't there, so no chance on a new CPU. On top of that, all the publishers were really secretive about their games, and you had to queue up for like 3 hours to get 15 minutes of gameplay on games like Call of Duty Ghosts, Battlefield 4 and DayZ Standalone. Even non-popular games had all their gaming areas zoned out from the public, so you couldn't even watch other people play. The only publisher who had their monitors turned toward the public was Blizzard. Oh well, there was no game for me to stop and watch other visitors play. So after we slowly made our way through the halls and finally stopped outside and took a break to eat and drink, and even outside it was loaded with people, like it never was before. So we were debating whether we should leave or not. After a while we went back inside, checked the last few halls and left the Gamescom really disappointed, as there was nothing interesting this year. So we went back to my place and Noxian and I had a barbecue at my father's place. Hopefully next year the Gamescom will be better. Thank you for watching and I hope you have enjoyed this video. See you on the battlefield. Share out.
No way! No! sir.